Hello, and thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Today we're looking into Lucknow, the city often called the city of Nawabs, or Shahar in Nawab. We've got some great sources that paint a really rich picture of this historic place. Our mission today is, well, to unpack that unique blend of tradition and modernity you find there. We'll get into its history, the culture, especially that famous tazib, the food, the architecture, everything. Think of this as your shortcut to really getting what Lucknow is all about so you feel genuinely informed about what makes it so special. Okay, so let's get into it. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh, right? And it's seen as one of India's most important cities, historically and culturally speaking. But what is that core identity that quality people talk about?
That really has to be its tazib, that culture, that etiquette. And it absolutely comes from the time of the Awad Nawabs. You have to picture it 18th, 19th centuries.
Yeah.
Rulers like Nawab Asaf-ud-Daula, Wajid Ali Shah. They weren't just governors, they were patrons. They actively fostered this environment where art, music, poetry, it all just flourished.
Mm-hmm.
That made Lucknow the cultural hub back then. It wasn't accidental. It was like a deliberate shaping of the city's character.
That's fascinating. So this Lucknowi Tazib, this reputation for politeness and refinement, it's known across India. But how did it get so, well, deeply embedded, so widely recognized?
Well, one idea is that the Awad court itself was just this beacon of refinement. It set a standard. And that standard then kind of spread through society, not just the elite, but ordinary people too, wanting to be associated with that culture. It's more than just being polite. It's almost a performance of elegance, a sort of art of graciousness in how people interact. And you can really hear the influence of Urdu poetry, ghazals especially, in the rhythm of conversation. It's quite musical.
So it wasn't just talk then, this refinement, this tazib, it was actually like built into the city.
Oh, absolutely. You see it physically embodied in the architecture from the Nawabi era. Look at the Bara Imam Bara, huge complex, right?
Yeah.
Built during a famine. And that central hall, it's famous for having no support beams. It's an incredible feat of engineering. Or the Chota Imam Bara is like a little jewel box full of chandeliers and intricate decorations.
Oh, wow.
And the Rumi Darwaza, that massive gateway, apparently inspired by one in Istanbul. It was literally the entrance to the old city. These aren't just relics. They show that pursuit of beauty and, well, grandeur.
That's quite a legacy from the past, but Lucknow isn't stuck there, is it? It's not just a museum piece. How does that history mix with modern life today?
Not at all, no. It's very much a living city. There's a youthful vibe alongside the old world charm. You see it in places like Hazrat Ganj. You've got, traditional tailors next to modern shops and cafes. It's bustling. Or think about Ambedkar Park. That's a huge modern memorial focused on social reform. It shows the city is building new legacies too. It's this constant dynamic interplay, really.
And speaking of that refinement and maybe indulgence, the food. Lucknow's food is famous everywhere in India.
Oh, absolutely. It's central to the identity. Think Tunde Kababi. Legend says the chef had only one arm, but used like 160 spices. The flavor is just incredible.
160 spices, wow.
Or the Galawadi kebab. So soft it melts in your mouth. They say it was made for a nawab who couldn't chew properly anymore.
Unbelievable.
Needs no chewing at all. And then there's shirmal, that slightly sweet saffron bread, often eaten warm with curries. These aren't just recipes. They're stories on a plate. Culinary art, really.
Beyond the food and the everyday, how does the city celebrate? What's the festive spirit like?
Well, it really comes alive. I mean, they celebrate all the major festivals, Eid, Holi, Diwali, with huge enthusiasm. But there's something particularly unique about the Muharram observances, the processions, the elegies. It's deeply part of the culture. And the chalk fairs, especially around festival times, they're amazing. You get a real sense of the traditional markets and local crafts. It's a city that feels both solemn and joyful,
Yeah.
Embraces both.
So it really does sound like a beautiful kind of, well, maybe paradox isn't the right word, but this city steeped in history, now it has malls, a metro. How does it manage that balance so well?
Yeah, maybe paradox isn't quite it. It feels more like a deliberate synthesis, an artful blending. Lucknow isn't trying to forget its past. It's weaving it into the present. You see the metro line going right past these ancient buildings. You have big modern universities alongside traditional artisans. And that core tazib, that culture, it sort of acts as an anchor. It lets the city change without losing its soul. It really shows how a place can find harmony between old and new.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway here? Lucknow really seems to show us how a city can modernize but still hold on to its history, its unique culture. That tazib, it's like a masterclass in keeping your identity while moving forward.
Exactly. And think about this. That spirit of the Nawabs, their focus on art, architecture, that refined way of life. You can still feel it. It echoes in the streets, in the food, even in just a polite exchange. The past isn't just history there. It's actively shaping the present. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it really take for the soul of a city to endure and even thrive through centuries of change?